friends, welcome back to Study IT Express session number 18, and in this we will be learning group by function, right? So if you want to listen this session, especially session number 18, what my call to you will be, please stop this and first confirm by yourself to yourself that have you completed the session number 17, right? Why I'm telling you to confirm the session number 17 is because lot of things about group by I have told in session 17, right? So session 17 is having group by explanation in detail, okay? So my call to you will be, please look into this one and then come to session number 18, right? Okay, having said that, and I believe you have already gone through session number 17, right? So now let's see one by one what all we have to do. Okay, average of numbers, right? Now if you want to know, tell me what is the average salary of teachers department wise, right? Department wise, let me make a note, department wise. Okay, now what happens is, right, what we have is we have 7 of the departments, right? Like if you see, right, let me take you to here, right, and let me do select star from. Okay, now my question is to you is, tell me the average salary, AVERAGE, salary of teachers as per the department, right? Very simple question, right? Let's see what all departments are there. Select star from college dot department. Okay, let's see how many departments are there. 7 departments. Okay, 8 departments are there. Yes, right? So you want to know, right, the average salary of each department, right? Sorry, average salary of teachers as per the department, right? So what I'll do, college dot teacher, right? I think it's teacher or teachers, I still don't remember, but let me see. Yeah, it is teacher, right? So if you see here, right, all the teachers are having salary as well as the department, right? Now if I do count of star, okay, if I do this one, let me see how many. 24 teachers are there. Just give me 1 second, I'll take a water. Thank you. So there are 24 teachers. Okay, now let me do select star, okay, and let me say teacher. If you see, there are different departments, right? So what I'm saying, if you again come to the question, average salary of the teachers as per department, right? So first thing what you will do is, let me write one query, select department underscore ID comma AVG, average of salary from college dot teacher, okay, group by department underscore id, okay, and then order by, okay, let me put order by also, order by department underscore id ascending. Very simple, right? So what it simply means is that, okay, so what we will do is we will see the, you know, this thing, right? This SQL query, this is the SQL query which we'll be using, right? So what first will happen is, now first it will do the group by, right? So first it will do is that group by the department id, okay. Now when it will select, okay, first it will do is the grouping by, right? There are okay, there are different department, right? Department 001, department 002, right? In the same way many departments are there, right? What it will do is it will take each and every individual teacher, if you see over here, right, and it will do the, like, you know, group by. So what will happen is, let me show you. Okay, tell me the average salary of teachers as per the department, okay. This is the question, okay. So the way I told you, select department underscore id comma average of, or let me do from college dot teacher, right, and then I'll say avg of salary, right? This is the one, isn't it? Salary, right? Now let me show you what will happen when I run this. Let's see. Department id average of salary. Look, it is saying that unknown department id, okay. Why it is saying, let's see. Department, okay, so fair enough. Let me say department department id, okay, and then let me do it. Let's see. Look what it is saying: in aggregated query without group by expression 1 of select list contain non-aggregated column college.teacher.department id underscore department. This is incompatible, right? What does it basically means is that whatever query we have written, it will not work unless we put something like, you know, about group by or something. Reason being is, look here, it is saying without group by. The reason being is that whenever there is a mathematical function, there has to be the group by. This is the thumb rule, guys, okay. What I'm trying to tell you here is, if you see, whenever we say group by, right, there should be the, whenever we say department id or average or salary or something, there should be a group by. The reason being simple is that, yeah, the reason being simple is that, like, you know, just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so yeah, so basically if you see here, right, what we have to do is we have to put some group by on the department id, okay. So if you see here, right, unless, and one more thing, the group by will be always coming on the column for which you haven't put the any mathematical function, okay, like department id. This is not the mathematical function, right? Average salary is the number, fair enough. Salary is number, this is not the number, okay. So this will, so whatever is coming in the group by, right, it will never come over here, as simple as that. And it doesn't make any sense also. If you refer my last session, right, on the group by, right, session number 17, you will observe that I made the students, right? Let me show you here. Okay, if you see here, right, I made this one, right, where assembly was there, and there were 150 students, and then you were admin, you told that keep everybody, like as per the, put all the kids in the different room as per the department, right? So you kept all the students as per the department ID, as simple as that, right? So in the same way, right, here also it will work. Okay, now if you see here, we are also doing here as a, like department ID is the department, and what is the salary. Okay, now we will run this one. Let's run this thing. Okay, we will say group by, okay, department ID, department underscore ID. Okay, and then let me run this one. Let's see what will happen. Look here. Now department 7, the salary, average salary is 90,000, in 6 76,000, all those things are there. Okay, now if I say this is good, but I want the department should be in ascending order, so what you gonna say? Order by department ID in ascending order. I intentionally put ascending or descending. If you want to make it ascending, you don't have to really put the ascending ASC, but I intentionally put, because this is some of the code ethics which I have experienced through my career in IT. Okay, so if you see, it is department 01 till 7, everything is there. Okay, now this is good, right? Now I say to you, right, so which is fine, this is good. Like for example, there are different, there are only 7 departments. For example, there were 45 departments. Okay, and you want to know, tell me the department where average salary is greater than 70,000 rupees or 80,000. Let me say 80,000. Okay, this is good, you got it right. Now I am telling you, tell me the departments whose average salary of teachers is more than 80,000 rupees. Very simple question, right? No, but how will you do over here, right? We will add one more clause before order by, which is the having clause. So I'll again copy this thing, right, just for the easy purpose. Select department underscore ID, comma, average of salary from college dot teacher, group by department underscore ID, right, having average of salary greater than or equal to 80,000. Okay, and then order by order by department ID ascending. Okay, let's work on this one. Let's see how it works. Okay, now same question, tell me the average let me copy the whole thing so that it is easy. Average salary of the teachers as per department. Also I need the list of departments which are having the salary greater than or equal to 80,000. Right, same thing, select department ID average salary from college teacher dot teacher, right, group by department having average of salary greater than or equal to 80,000, right, and then sending. Okay, let us see what will happen. Look here. In this way you will say, okay, so department number 4 and department number 7 are highly paid. Fair enough, there may be some solid reason for that, right? Or you want to know the average, or suppose you want to know, tell me the average salary, same thing. Okay, tell me the average salary, but which are having salary less than or equal to 80,000 rupees, right? So what you're gonna do over here, it will be less than or equal to 80,000 rupees. Fair enough, and then we will run it over here. Cool. Look, so this is the departments. Okay, now we have understood the first part. Now if I want to tell the count, okay, now my question is, right, tell me the count of a student per department. Okay, let me explain here. Tell me the count of students per department. Okay, simple, right? So what you will do, select. Okay, always this is, look, this is not compulsory, but I follow this. Okay, you are free to follow whatever route you want, but this is what we follow. I follow basically. I'll just first say select, and then I will say from, right, table name. So my table name is college dot student. Okay, then I'll say select department ID, comma, count of student ID. And when I say off, right, I am not writing off. This is the way I express in general English. Okay, but off simply means I am putting one bracket, right, student underscore ID, right? Because guys, understand this thing, SQL is very user English friendly language. Okay, you have to understand, you know, first the concept, then only you'll be able to write SQL. Okay, it is the most easiest language, I would say, in this world. Okay, but you have to understand it. Okay, so group by department ID, very simple. Okay, let's see how it works. Tell me the number of students, department wise. I'll say select from college dot student. Okay, let me just do star so that you know I know whether I'm doing the right thing or not. What is happening? Okay, college dot student. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I'll say department ID, department underscore ID, comma, okay, count of student underscore ID, group by department underscore ID, department underscore ID. Cool. Look here, and there we go. Look, so many students, right? But still it is in haphazard form. So what I will do, I just want to make it a little bit clean. So I'll say order by. This is not compulsory thing, but it is good to have a clean room, isn't it? So department underscore ID. Okay, and then you just run this one and good to go, right? And now suppose you want to know the average age of the students, you can do it, right? You want to know average age, tell me the average age of the students as per the department wise, right? Tell me the average age of students department wise. Copy this thing, for the sake of time I'm copying it, okay? And I'll just say over here this one, and I'll say average, and then I will say age, right? And just keep it over here, and then there we go. Okay, now this thing is also done. So you understood the average, you understood the count. I will show you for minimum and maximum also. Okay, now somebody, now you know your boss asked me, you, right, tell me the name of the teacher or information of the teacher department wise who are getting the maximum salary in their department. Very simple, right? For example, let's take an example. Select star from college dot teacher. Okay, now if you see, right, there are different people, right? Let's take an example of where department underscore ID is equal to DEPT underscore 002. Okay, now if you see, there are so many people, right? Ramesh Kumar, Shruti Shukla, Divya Yadav, Aslam Raza. Okay, they are from department 002. Okay, now let's see, this is the whole data which you are looking. Okay, now in which who is having the maximum salary, if you see, so 90, 89, 72, 94, 60. So Divya Yadav is having the maximum salary. This is what they want, right? So how you can do this thing? Either you go to each and every department, right? You go to each and every department and you find out who is the person who's getting maximum salary, right? Or easy way is that you apply the max, right? What are the different ways? Go to each department, and select, oh sorry, my handwriting, and select the maximum salary, right? Or you can apply the max function using group by. How we will do? Very simple. Okay, these are very simple thing, guys. You know, it is so simple that you will love it actually. College dot teacher. Okay, now I'll say select teacher underscore name, comma, okay, department underscore ID, comma, max of salary. Okay, from teacher, group by teacher underscore name and department ID. Remember I told you, whatever is not the is there in the mathematical function, everything you have to put into the group by, right? And just think about it, pause it for 5 minutes, just draw it out, what it will do if I don't give the teacher name and salary. That also I'll show you. Sorry, teacher name and department ID together. Okay, let's see. So here if you see, Divya Yadav should come, okay, for department 002. Okay, now max of salary, okay, for department 002, group by teacher.
Okay, friends. So what we discussed, right? The Divya Yadav should come, right? But if you see over here, what is happening is basically all the teachers and everything is coming, right? What can be the reason that teacher name and department ID when we are doing, then everything is coming. Like if you see here Divya Yadav, right? So let's take where department ID equal to. So this is what I wanted to make you understand, because this will be the basis of our next next lecture. Okay, so if you see over here, right, let me control X and keep it over here. Okay, and oh sorry, apologies. Okay, right, so if I do it over here, right, if you see, so what gonna happen is, look here. So what we expected was that Divya Yadav should come only, right? But we are not getting that one, right? Right. So let's write it down, this one over here, right? So if you see over here, right, what is happening is basically that when we are trying to do the group by, okay, it is taking the teacher name as well as department ID. Remember what I told? Group by means like whatever is like this here, it is a max, right? Max simply means it's a mathematical function. So anything which is non-mathematical function, which is this one and this one, it should come in the group by, right? So basically what is happening is teacher name and department ID both are coming over here basically. So it is showing, seeing, okay, Neha Yadav, right? Her department is department underscore 002, right? And then, like, if I take another example, like, let me see what all is there, right? Shruti Shukla, right? So Shruti, Shruti, Shukla, Shukla, right? She is also from department underscore 002. So basically what it is saying, okay, I've been asked to group by the name as well as department ID. So what is happening is, if suppose there is one more Neha Yadav, I'm just making it up, right? So what, she is also from department 002, and this her the first Neha Yadav salary is 95,000 rupees, right? And second one is 80,000 rupees, right? So 00, right? So what will happen, since both of them are Neha Yadav, right? Number one as well as number two, right? So, and both are having the same department ID. What gonna happen is it will give you this 95,000, right? But if you see, this is the problem, isn't it? So what should we do? Yeah, so what we can do here is, right, if we remove this teacher name, right, and then we remove this, like, teacher name here also, right? Anyways, we have to remove it, right? Now what gonna happen is, if we do this thing, right, now what is happening is, if you click on this, it is giving the department ID as per the, like, the maximum salary of each and every department ID, right? But this is not solving our problem as in what we wanted the name of the teacher, right, who is who is having the maximum salary, right? For just for an example, like, Neha Yadav and all those, right? So what we're gonna do now, we will introduce the concept of subquery, right? We will here, yeah, there you go. here we will introduce the concept of subquery, right? Subquery simply means is query within the query, okay. In next session, what we will learn is about the subquery, and then we will solve this problem, right? But as of now, this is not giving you the proper solution, right? That's the reason we want to study subquery, and then we will try to find the solution, right? Guys, always remember one thing, this is I'm telling you out of my experience. Unless there is a problem, there cannot be a solution, right? So first we have to understand the problem, and then we will understand the solution of it. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. We will meet in our next session with subquery. Take care.